Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be doing an in-depth glowy skin tutorial. So I put up a little poll on my Instagram page to see what you'd like to see, and most of you voted for the glowy skin because everyone wants to have glowy skin. Am I right? I look like a lion today with my hair. I had it in French plaits, so excuse it if I look like Hagrid. But I'm going to show you a few of the skincare bits that I use as well, because I just find that skincare is just so important in your makeup routine. 2 clips in my hair so it's out of my face. I did originally have it in a bun, but it looked ridiculous, so we're dealing with this now. So anyway, the first product I'm going to go in with is my eye cream. It's from Ole Henriksen. I don't know if you can see that. But it's literally unreal. It brightens up under your eyes so much. So I literally just take a small little bit of that and just pop it under my eyes. And it just kind of it helps your concealer last a lot longer and to go on a lot more smooth if you have kind of something underneath. And it's just so hydrating as well for underneath your eyes. So I just pop it on my eyelids as well. The second product I go in with then is the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. This is like a serum for your skin. It's so nice. So I started using this, I'd say 6 months ago. It just helps so much with hydrating your skin. I'm finding it so hard to look at the camera because the camera's like over this side, so I apologise if I'm not actually looking in your direction and I'm looking at myself instead. It just happens. But anyway, yeah, so I just popped that serum on. This is my everyday skincare routine anyway, but it helps so much if you're doing your makeup as well, because it just helps it last a lot longer and it contributes to the glowiness of your skin. Who is she saying contributes? Because I don't know. We use big words on this channel because we're sophisticated. Why do I annoy myself so much? My clips are making me look like Shrek. And also I did my eyebrows before I came on, just because this is more of a skin tutorial and you don't really need to see me doing my brows. So yeah, I just went in with the Ordinary serum and now I'm going to go in with the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum. This is so lovely. It smells like oranges. It's such a lovely product. As you can see, it's like an orange colour. And I just popped that on over the Ordinary serum. But I never normally used 2 serums until recently. I seen a YouTuber using 2 serums in the daytime, and she just said how much it helped her skin be more hydrated, especially in the cold weather. So I just started using the Ordinary serum and the Truth serum, and I just found that it hydrates my skin so much more. And for moisturiser then, I'm going to go in with another Ole Henriksen product, which is the Sea Rush Brightening Gel Cream. This is just amazing, like the best thing I ever bought. I started using this I'd say about 3 months ago, and I've loved it ever since. But it is quite expensive, like it is quite an expensive product. But if you want to have good skin, glowy skin, healthy skin, invest in your skincare. It'll be the best thing that you ever do. But I'm not saying you have to go crazy and spend €50 on a moisturiser, but say every once in a while treat yourself to a really nice moisturiser, because you will start to see the difference. I started off with the mini Ole Henriksen products and I just fell in love with them straight away. And then for Christmas my mum got me the full size products, so I was delighted with that. But because this has vitamin C in it, it just brightens your skin up so much. I don't know if you can really see a difference, but I definitely can as soon as I put this on. So my skin is all done and ready for makeup. So I'm not saying that you have to use all of these products every single day to get a glowy base. You could literally use one of them, but I highly recommend using a good bit of skincare if you're going to go in with makeup. It just creates a barrier for your skin and stops breakouts, and just helps your skin be more hydrated. But with primers, I'm going to go in with 3 different kind of primers. I know that seems like a lot, but this would be like what I use if I'm going out on a night out, or if I'm going somewhere that I want my makeup to last all day. I would use all of these primers, but you definitely don't have to. Like, you could literally only use one and you'll still get that glowy base. But I'm just going to show you the 3 of them that I use if I wanted my makeup to last all day. So the first one that I'm going to go in with is the Pixi Brightening Perfector. This is unbelievable. It blurs out your pores and it literally gives you flawless skin. Like, it's unbelievable. You could wear it on its own and your skin would just look radiant and hydrated. When it comes out, it's kind of like a white consistency, and it's quite thick. It looks kind of like sun cream, but once you blend it in, it blends out to nothing. So I always kind of focus it on my T-zone area, like where I'd get more oily and where my pores would be more visible. So I just pop it kind of on my nose and on my cheeks, and I just kind of blend it in. And you probably won't really be able to notice on the camera the difference, but trust me, you'll see a difference. Like, it's so good. Oh, and as well, all the products that I'm using, apart from the Ole Henriksen products, I'm using Flomar and Milani. So apart from them, all the products that I'm using are available to purchase on Look Fantastic, and you can use my discount code. I'll pop it on the screen for 20% off. I don't know if you can notice, but I'll kind of go a little bit closer. The Pixi primer literally like blurred out my pores and made them so smooth and just brightened up that area of my skin. So I'm very happy about that. I love that primer so much. I literally recommend it so much. If you have oily skin especially, it would be perfect for you. And if you have quite large pores like around your nose and your forehead, whatever, it would be perfect for you. And the second kind of primer I'm going to go in with is the MAC Strobe Cream in the shade Peach Light. This is like the best thing ever. It's not really classed as a primer, it's more like a glowy moisturiser kind of thing. But you can wear it on its own, under makeup, whatever. It's so nice on holidays when you go away and you've already like a nice tan on your skin, and you just pop this on your skin and it just makes it so glowy and hydrated. But it's so nice under foundation. So I just pop that all over my skin, and I'm just going to get a little bit more just for my forehead. But yeah, I literally, like, I really work the products into my skin, because I just find that it helps the makeup last so much longer if the products are like sunken right into your skin. So I literally pull the face off myself. But always make sure that you're going up, never drag your skin down, because you're just not meant to do that. Because you want to produce more collagen in your skin anyway. So always go up with your products, especially your skincare and your primers and stuff. So that's what I do. And as you can see, my skin is looking quite glowy, but we're going to get glowier. So next thing I'm going to go in with then is a primer. So this is the Flomar Double Radiance Primer. I find that this is a lot. I haven't tried the Charlotte Tilbury. Try again. I haven't tried the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter yet, but I'm pretty sure that this is quite similar. It doesn't have as much coverage in it, but it definitely does have like that glowy goodness in it. It's so good, and I love it. It's only $12.95. You can get it in pharmacies, and I know you can't get it in Boots, which is really irritating, but I know you can get it in like your local pharmacy or whatever. And it has SPF 10 in it as well. So if you wanted to wear this on its own, you could, because it does have an SPF in it. So I'm just going to pop that onto a brush and pop it on my skin. The brush I'm using is a Real Techniques brush. I don't know what it's called, what number it is, because it's very old. But I love the Real Techniques brushes. They're so nice. So I'm just popping that all over my skin. Just where I want to be really glowy. How's everyone been? I've actually been okay, considering the weather's been a little bit shite. Reading The Secret. I've started reading The Secret, and that's actually helped me a lot. Like, I'm on the gratitude part now, so that's kind of when you're grateful for things that you already have in your life. And when you write down, like, say every morning you write down 3 things that you're grateful for, and I just find that it's helping me so much. So if you're struggling, I highly recommend buying a book, because I never read books ever, but one of my 2021 goals was to read a book. So I bought The Secret because I've always been interested in the law of attraction, but I've never actually went through with it and like bought a book to do with it. So if you haven't read The Secret already, definitely do. It's so good. You can buy it in Essence, and I'm sure you can get it on like Amazon as well. But yeah, I highly recommend reading that book. But anyway, yeah, so I have blended all that out into my skin. I'm looking like the Tin Man, but that's what you want when you want glowy skin. So as you can see, it is quite glowy and lovely. I sometimes wear this on its own, and I just pop a bit of bronzer on and a bit of concealer and I'm good to go if I don't want to be wearing foundation. But yeah, it's such a nice primer. So the foundation then I'm going to go in with is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Barcelona. As you know, this is my all-time favourite foundation in the entire world. It's my holy grail. And if you don't have this foundation and you have super dry skin and you love having glowy skin, buy it right now, because you won't regret it. I promise you, you won't regret it. They have so many different shades. Wait until you see. Wait until you see how it blends out. It's like a dream. So I just popped a bit of that foundation on my brush, and I'm just going to start patting it into my skin. When I say, oh, this foundation, it's just unreal. I used to always use the MAC Studio Fix, which I still love. It's so nice, but it's quite matte, so it doesn't really help my dry skin. But when I'm wearing it, I always make sure that like my base is quite dewy and I have a good bit of primer on and stuff. But this is just stunning. Like, you could literally just wear this with the strobe cream or like one of the primers that I used, and you'll still like be glowing. Like, see how easy that blended in. I'm a little bit pale. I'm in between tan at the minute. So I'm just going to bring it down my neck a little bit. And the brush I'm using, sorry by the way, is the Peaches and Cream PC04 brush. These brushes are so good. I put in an order with Peaches and Cream there last week, and I ordered 4 more brushes. They do like a pick and mix bundle, so you can get 4 brushes, 3 lip glosses and 4 pigments for like 40 something, €48 or something, which is so good. So I can't wait for them to come. But yeah, if you're looking for brushes and if you're starting out as a makeup artist, or if you want to like just upgrade your makeup brush collection, definitely get Peaches and Cream. They're just so good, so soft and so easy to clean. So I'm just patting that out. Like, look how nice that foundation is. I'm sorry, but that's the foundation all blended in. I just love that foundation so much. It's just so nice, and it's so glowy. There's something in my eye and it's really irritating me. So the next product I'm going to go in with is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC30. This is my favourite concealer ever. It's so good. It doesn't crease, and it's very full coverage. A lot of people, I found out when I worked at MAC, the girls told me, I was shocked. People use that concealer as a foundation. Very strange if you ask me. But yeah, people like to use it as a foundation. Like, what? That little tiny bottle as a foundation, you'd be going through a million of them. But yeah, apparently they like doing that. So I'm just going to apply that concealer in my normal spots, just on my nose, forehead, underneath my eyes. I need a good series swatch. I know a lot of people are going mad about Bridgerton, is that how you say? But I don't know if I'd be into that now. I really don't know. See, I love like, I'm a weirdo. I love like murder and like people getting killed and kidnapped and weird stuff like that. I know it's very depressing, but I just love like stories like that, like stories that have you on the edge of your seat. That's what I like. I love series like that as well. So I don't know if I'd be into Bridgerton. Like, I don't really know what it's about, but I don't know. Help me out. So if you have any good series, let me know. Even drop them down in the comments. I'd really appreciate it, because I watched Ozark, and I know that's out years. I'm pretty sure like loads of people have seen it, but I only recently watched it. Oh, so good. If you haven't seen it, like, you need to watch it. Like, it's so good. It's about a Mexican drug cartel, and this like family are involved in it, and they're working for them. Oh, the things that happen in it, you're like, what? Crazy shit. Like, it's mad that people actually go through that. Like, I just would not be able. I'd have a heart attack on the spot. I'm going to start blending this concealer out now using my Peaches and Cream brush in it's the start it is the PC28 brush that I used. So I'm just going to start blending that out. It's such a nice concealer. I'm sorry if my eyes are so jumpy and I'm pure looking all over the place. It's just so hard to keep looking at the camera and not look at myself. Like, it's just so hard. So I apologise if my eyes are like going all over the place. So I'm now looking like a slab of concrete. I just blended out all the concealer, and I carved out under my brows and popped a little bit of the concealer on my eyelid, and I just blended it all out. So I'm going to go in with a setting powder now. So I only set where I put my concealer. I don't set my whole face because I have dry skin anyway. And I don't want to take away from the glow that the foundation's giving me. So I'm going to go in with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Light Plus. Is the powder here. So it's like a really light powder, but it has kind of a small bit of a banana kind of tint off it. So that's going to help really brighten up under your eyes. So I'm going to go in with my MAC. Oh God, I can't see that. MAC 240S brush. Such a nice brush for putting your powder underneath your eyes. It's such a nice size, like. So I just pop that where I'm likely to kind of crease. So I just kind of focus it right under my eye, and then I kind of bring it down here where my smile lines are. I do the same thing then on the other side. And then I pop some on my chin, my nose, just everywhere that I basically put the concealer. Oh no, I forgot to do one thing. So the thing I forgot to do, I always do it and I don't do it in the video. Like, what the hell is wrong with me? But anyway, I always, before I go in with powder, I always go back in with my foundation brush and just go back around the edges. I know I went in with a bit of powder, but I didn't go in with too much, so it won't really make a difference. I always go back in where I went in with concealer, and go back in and kind of blend out any harsh edges. Like, I don't like having, like, say like a line of concealer and then you see the foundation, do you know what I mean? I like it all to be kind of blended into one. So I always do this all the time. I can't believe I forgot to do that. Like, oh, intense. They're on. As you can see, I only went in specific areas. I didn't go in to anywhere that's glowy. So as you can see, like, you can still see the glow on my cheeks, which is what you want. So I'm going to go in with some bronzer now. So I'm going to go in with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Tan. This is such a nice bronzer. It's the perfect colour. Like, it's really like tan. It doesn't really have like an orange tint of it. So I'm going to go in with a really old brush. I think this is a Pro Cosmetics brush. I got it in college. It's in bits, like, but I just love it for putting my bronzer on. So I'm just going to go in with some bronzer and I'm going to pop it on my forehead. And I always blend it back into my hairline. It's so important that you do that. Oh my God, I forgot I had concealer on my hand and I'm after putting it on my head. Going on my forehead with the bronzer. And then I'm going to go on to my cheeks. And you've probably heard me say this a lot on my Instagram and stuff, but I always keep my bronzer up really high. So I never bring it down like where you'd contour kind of, do you know what I mean? I always keep my bronzer up really high. I don't really contour, I just use bronzer. So I always keep it up really high so that my cheekbones, like it gives my cheekbones that lifted effect. So that's kind of what you want to do, is always lift your face up, like never kind of bring it down. Excess. Any excess product that you have on the brush, I always go down my nose and just pop a little bit. I don't contour my nose around because I don't really feel like I need to. I'm not being vain saying that, like that's so vain, isn't it? Like I don't need to contour my nose, but I don't do it. So I just go down just to bring a bit of warmth into the centre of my face. Bronzer all done. You could definitely just leave it like that if you wanted to. But I always go in with the Milani bronzer in the shade Soleil, 05 Soleil. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but it's more like a shimmery kind of bronzer. It's so nice over the dark tan. So I just pop that anywhere that I put the bronzer on. So I just lightly go over what I already did. So it just adds a little bit of a shimmer. But of course, like you don't have to do this step. Like you can just leave the first bronzer the way it is and you'll still kind of get that glowy effect anyway. But I just like to pop this on over it. And that's my bronzer all done. So I'm going to go in with a blusher now. So I'm going to use more of a shimmery kind of blusher. I'm going to use a Milani one in the shade Luminoso. So this is the blusher that I use. I have got other blushers, but I like using this one when I want more of like a glowy shimmery kind of base. So this is in the shade Luminoso. It's so pretty. It's so lovely. You can get the Milani products on Beauty Bay, which is good. So, and the brush that I'm going in with is just a Penneys brush. I got a little set in Penneys for like a £5 years ago. But I like this brush for my blusher. So I'm just going to go in with that. And I kind of pop it on the apples of my cheeks and then I just blend it back into my bronzer. I just find it looks so much nicer when you do it that way, rather than having like bronzer then blusher and have it kind of like not blended together, if you get me. Just pop that on. I always pop a good bit of brusher, oh my god, I can't speak today. I always pop a good bit of blusher on because blusher is always the first product to fade on your face. Like say if I went in now and did like my eye makeup and everything, you'd notice that my blusher wouldn't be as strong as it was at the start. So that's why I always go in quite a bit. And then when I'm done putting the blusher on, I always go back over it with my big bronzing brush. This is a Real Techniques brush. It's the large powder brush that they have. So I just go back in and blend all that out so there's no harsh lines and it's not too harsh looking. So that is the blusher on. As you can see, it's such a nice like glowy kind of base. I can't wait to get new lights so that I'm not as yellow and orange, but I really hope you can see that properly. So now I'm going to go in with a setting spray and some highlighter. So the setting spray that I love going in with is the Morphe x Jeffree Star continuous setting mist. This is just such a lovely mist. It's not spitty, it's just literally like a mist. You can't even feel it on your skin, and it smells so good. So it does actually help keep your makeup on, but I always like to pop this on just before I put a highlighter on so that has something to stick to. So I'm just going to pop that on. So I always pop a good bit of that setting spray on, and I just kind of let it dry in for a bit. I need to get another one. They don't seem to have the Jeffree Star one anymore. I think that was only limited edition, but they do have just a normal Morphe continuous setting spray, but they haven't had it in stock in so long, so I'm just waiting for that to come back in stock so I can order it. But yeah, such a nice setting mist. So the highlighter I'm going to go in with is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow. This is the nicest highlighter ever. It's just the perfect champagne-y kind of colour, and it's just so glowy. So I just pop that on the tops of my cheeks. Ooh. And the brush as well that I'm going in with is a Morphe brush. The number is M451. It's like it's a perfect like highlighter brush. I got this when I was in Liverpool, and it was only like £4 or something. The Morphe brushes are so reasonably priced. But yeah, I just popped that highlighter just wherever. And I always pop some on my Cupid's bow. And my nose. And then I always do the tops of my forehead as well. So that is my base all done. I'm going to fly off camera and just do my lips and bottom mascara, and then I'll be back to show you the finished look. So that is the finished look. I just went in and did my lips and my bottom mascara. For lips I used MAC pencil in the shade Soar, and I went in with one of the MAC Powder Kiss lipsticks in the shade Stay Curious. It's more of like a pinky colour. I never go for this kind of colour, but I just thought I would for a change. And then I went in with an Essence lip gloss over the top, and for bottom mascara I used the NARS Climax mascara. But yeah, that's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.